Welcome to Eligible Monster, where we sit around and talk about video games, sometimes have fun with video games, and sometimes make fun of lists. Today we're going to talk about the Destiny news that just dropped. This is Dan, that's Andy, I'm Ben. Dan's going to tell us what the news is, because we're too lazy to have looked into it beforehand.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Dan's got you.
Yeah, none of us have read it. I am reading off of GameSpot articles, essentially about the Destiny 2 base game is going free to play with the new expansion's launch. So
Now, just so you guys know our experiences with it,
Yes.
Dan played more than me, but we both have played to pretty much raid level on the main Destiny 2 game, Destiny
Yep.
1. Andy played with his wife and just kind of got to the end of the story.
Just kind of lost
Yeah.
interest. Yeah, as is most of the time I play those types of games.
So Dan definitely went farther. I got to like light level like 610 and just kind of called it.
I can't even remember where I got.
I was somewhere. I was over 600, but I wasn't technically high enough to do that weird armory thing, the black armory.
Oh my god, his
Yes,
power is
I
over
was-
600.
I reached the point where it was like, you're finally at kind of the max level, but you now have to grind a bunch of gear to get the actual max
Yeah.
level stuff.
That's where I got
And
in
it was
Division 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's,
But
why
then I got bored
don't
of that,
play
too.
those games that often.
that's fair.
you played Division 2. How's that level 10 working out?
I was
for you?
gonna say,
Mostly
you know
'cause
how
you
far
made
I,
them.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm at level like 1. I don't think I have picked it up since the last time we played it.
All right, so I will just go ahead and read through this, and we'll comment as we get there. So the next chapter of Destiny 2 is more than just a content expansion. It also has some fundamental changes to the way that players get that content, starting September 17th with the release of Shadowkeep, which is the new expansion, obviously. The Destiny 2 base game will go free to play. Bungie made the announcement Thursday on a live stream unveiling its fall expansion ahead of E3.
Like everyone does now?
Yeah, E3.
E3 doesn't even matter because it all comes out way ahead.
E3 at this point is just a fancy, everyone gets to try the games.
Well, even like Sony's not at E3 this year, right?
Yeah.
Today they released a bunch of trailers.
Yeah.
which I thought was funny.
We're not there, but we'll still give you a name.
There
Right.
you go. There you go. I know
The,
y'all are paying attention.
the free-to-play version of Destiny 2 is going to be called Destiny 2 New Light, and it includes all of the Year 1 content of the game. That means vanilla version of Destiny 2 with its original raid, plus its first 2 content expansions, Curse of Osiris and Warmind. That's actually pretty cool.
I was gonna say, that's actually not
Yeah,
bad.
that's because if it was just
all
the
free to
base
play,
game,
yeah,
that's
not bad at all.
Yeah.
Actually.
Wait,
Wait, Warmind is Destiny 2? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, what was the last one we just jumped into? Destiny 2. What was the big expansion we just
I
had?
thought it was Warmind, to be
No,
honest.
Warmind was the crappy one that was like 2
Oh
hours
no,
long.
it's the one with Forsaken.
Curse of Osiris and Warmind were both 2 to 3 hours.
Forsaken. It was Forsaken.
Forsaken. Okay. That's the one we were all just recently playing.
Yeah, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually.
I remember
enjoyed
having
that.
to blitz through Curse of Osiris and Warmind, or you could like ding a character, but still those weren't completed. It was weird.
Right. All right, so here's the full description of the New Light from its press release. Destiny 2 New Light, alongside Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, comes a new way for players to enjoy the game. Destiny 2 New Light is a brand new entry point for newcomers that puts the worlds of Destiny 2 and all of its foundational modes, activities, and rewards into the hands of every player, with no barrier to entry. With Destiny 2 New Light, anyone can play Destiny 2, and with Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, the original
a la carte model.
a la carte model is the first example of how we're looking to deliver new content to you in the future.
So you can just buy like what you want to do in Shadowkeep.
Interesting. Okay, that would be kind of cool.
Every
However,
game right
that's-
now is trying to find a way to monetize because the
Yeah.
DLC method doesn't properly work anymore. And
Because the
microtransactions.
DLCs are awful these days.
However,
That's the problem.
Microtransactions aren't the greatest either. Loot boxes that's pretty much done at this point.
Right.
So.
I think this could actually work very well because it might allow people that might want to just play the PvE content to pay a little bit less.
Yeah.
And people who just play PvP get to just pay for that bit. So
Yeah.
I could see that working because then you also get the majority of the original for free. That would be kind of cool. But I mean, that's definitely a we'll see when it comes out
Right,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Where was I? The press release also notes that Shadowkeep is a standalone expansion, meaning you won't need to own any past Destiny 2 content in order to play it. That's a big change from the model of the game that has previously used each new expansion in Destiny 1 and 2 players were required to own all previous expansion content as
Yeah.
well. So Far Cry, Blood Dragon.
Well, it also created created a
essentially.
problem with the way they were doing the old expansion model because they would end up locking content behind stuff you couldn't get to if you didn't buy the new expansion.
Yep.
So
So you can't be like, oh, I'm not interested in this expansion, but this new one looks really cool, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll jump into that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're gonna have to spend
Yeah.
$40.
Well, I
Sorry.
remember when we tried to get people in to join us for Destiny 2 Forsaken, it was almost like $120.
It was, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's why once I finished the main story for Destiny 2, I was done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hate that model. And I'm not paying
Where it just gets it's just
$100 and some odd
exponentially more expensive. Yeah.
just to play the full game. I'm sorry,
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, this sounds good. Like that they're really making you go, hey, you only need to play for the portions that you plan on playing. Because, yeah, I paid for Curse of Osiris and Warmind, but I did the level boost, so I just skipped all of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I really even played much
Right,
of those expansions. Only when I had to unlock something else, and then I just blitzed it. The price of entry.
Nice.
The price of entry has likely turned a lot of lapsed players away from returning to the game. Bungie has tried to mitigate that fact over the last year, offering Destiny 2 base game for free for a short time on PC and through PlayStation Plus.
I got it through PlayStation.
I know a
that's
lot
how
of
I
people
bought
that
it,
did
yeah.
that. New Light and the standalone expansion look to be a further development of the idea of making it easier for players to return to the game even if they miss some content along the way.
Yep.
Bungie also announced that Destiny 2 will... Oh, this is good. Oh, okay, I like this. Bungie will also announce that Destiny 2 will support cross-saves on all platforms at the beginning of Shadowkeep. Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Google Stadia. Never heard of that.
That's the new thing they're trying, where you download all the games.
Oh, interesting. But that's okay.
So
That's
wait,
actually
so if I have
really
a
good.
character on my Xbox One,
Yep.
You can
and
play
I
it on
decide
your-
to get a PlayStation 4, I can now.
Exactly.
Right, which
That's
actually-
actually a good idea.
That's
I like
really
I've got a
good,
much
'cause-
more powerful character on my PS4, or at least I did. Now it's on PC. But like,
Right.
let's say you go, oh, hey Benny, I want to play Shadowkeep. Well, I'm not leveling
Yeah.
my PS4 guy anymore.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
I'm
yeah.
gonna
was
play my
the-
PC guy, and if I can
Right.
move him, we're good.
That was the biggest problem because, yeah, when I streamed Destiny 2 for a little while, there were people that would pop in and be like, you playing on the PS4? I'm on PC. Well, I don't have my character over there. And
Right,
no one
right, yeah,
wants
yeah,
to
yeah.
do that. No one wants to rebuild a character.
I did it
because
twice
it takes forever.
because we were streaming Destiny 2, and this is when we were still trying to find what the Elephant Monster Twitch channel was going to be, what games we would play, and eventually I just went to playing Final Fantasy 14 and Warframe and
Endlessly.
ESO. Yeah, but I don't deny that. But at a time, Dan and I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of try to get into the Destiny market, and we enjoyed the game. That's why we were streaming it. But we had a PS4 and a PC characters that we were both trying to level up both sides.
Right,
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
fun.
To add on to that, up until now, PS4 players have enjoyed additional weapons, missions, and multiplayer maps that haven't been available to other players. Shadowkeep is stopping that. So Bungie said
it's gonna
that
be
all
across
parts,
the board. Everybody
exactly,
gets the same
anyone that plays Destiny 2 will have access to everything. So it doesn't become the, well, I want that cool weapon with that map. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to get it on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And then just a short thing. I don't think that this has much to it, but Destiny 2 is leaving the Activision's BattleNet and going to Steam.
That you and I discussed that. We knew that was coming once they
yeah.
left Activision.
Yeah,
and
okay,
Activision
yeah.
has not been doing well.
No,
So
they have not. But
apparently people are getting really annoyed when you boot up BattleNet. Now it just goes Call of Duty.
yeah,
I haven't even booted
There's
up
a
BattleNet in
new
like 6
Call of
months.
Duty coming out.
it
How
even
else
like
will you know
unmutes your
about it?
computer too. It's weird. And it's Benny's voice. I don't even know how to
Call
do
of
it.
Duty.
Your speakers come out of like the closet, walk over, plug themselves in. That's really weird.
It's like, what's that doing? Call of Duty. Oh my God.
Duty. Call of Duty.
There's a new Call of Duty.
Yes, there is.
Oh, yeah, apparently it's all. I haven't been on the BattleNet launcher in forever at this point.
It is
I don't
all
even
over
have
it,
it.
so,
I had the
yeah.
Uplay one up and I had the Final Fantasy one up all the time.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are the two I play because I'll jump into like a random match in Rainbow Six or something.
Yeah. But that's really all that they're
Mad for
doing
Flame.
with
Call of Duty. Benny, what are you doing in my PC?
How much money are they paying you to do that, by the way?
I gotta go. I got like 5 more people lined up.
He actually breaks into your house when you open it up. Call of Duty.
He's
Be right back.
He's like at the window.
Call of Duty.
He's the Kool-Aid guy. He breaks through the wall. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right. So what do you guys think of that? Like with all these changes that they're doing to Destiny 2, Shadowkeep, and New Light, what do you?
I mean, I'll probably go back at Shadowkeep to at least play the story.
Yep.
I've always enjoyed the non-existent story because they've done a great job of world building with no plot. I don't know how they pulled it off, but I'm interested in what's happening.
was impressive.
Honestly, that's the biggest part of Destiny that pissed me off.
That doesn't go
Is
anywhere.
The world building is so cool. The aesthetics are so
Yeah.
cool, and it does nothing.
It doesn't go
It's
anywhere.
having like a really pretty backdrop.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys realize you could do so much
Yeah.
with this, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't.
Well, it's kind of like Overwatch. They drip.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
drip.
It's all style and substance, but there's like no substance to it because
Yeah,
the actual
what are-
game
they're like,
is
oh,
just
guys,
running around.
What are they dripping?
It's the
Well, like
slow
the
drip
lo-
of lore. Like we'll
Oh.
get
Yeah,
once
they
a
do, like-
year, they'll be like, and here's a battle.
And they'll do like a video, like the cartoon videos they do.
yeah.
The
Are
shorts
so cool.
They're fantastic.
And then you get to the actual game, and it's just kind of the same thing over and over again. It's
Yeah.
like you realize you guys could do so much
Yeah.
with this stuff.
I don't know why these companies
Yeah,
don't. They would
I
just
don't
want to leave you guessing. Which,
Right.
well, here's what I find weird though. You would think that a lot of these companies are doing this intentionally because that's the new model. Make a world, but don't really do much of the plot. But Fortnite has a freaking story.
That's true.
Fortnite
Every
has one that
season has like a
interweaves-
different thing.
Yeah, they
Right.
have an interweaving storyline that goes between everything.
I don't care about it, but yeah, it
I
has
remember
it.
when we had the Dimensional Rift, and we were all like, "What is going on?"
I remember those. Those were fun.
And then they like, if you were on, it would bomb it and like change the map while you're there.
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Call of Duty.
League of Legends has actually done a really good job with the lore thing lately because they are working with Marvel and they're doing comics
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lore
yeah,
itself
yeah.
now that they've got enough characters out to make that work. I think Blizzard might be in that boat because they have admitted that they don't want to reveal lore because of the fact that it's going to limit them on possibilities of characters to introduce later on. Because they have admitted
Yeah.
they aren't part of lore at the moment.
right. Yeah.
Like at
The
first,
characters in
yeah,
Overwatch?
Ana did for a while. I don't think existed. So if they had made,
Well, they
a-
canceled the lore they were building. Remember, they had a graphic novel coming
That's-
out.
yeah, that's
it was
what
going to
I'm
be the
saying.
original story, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want to do that anymore.
yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for this. This does give me a little bit of hope for Destiny 2.
Well, hold
'cause
on,
I
real
loved
quick.
the game.
Shank has a good
I
question.
enjoyed it a lot.
Shank has a good question.
okay.
It moving to Steam, how's that going to affect people who have it on the BattleNet? Most
won't.
likely, it'll play out like if you buy a Ubisoft game on Steam, you can move it to your Uplay launcher,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it verifies your login account and just goes, okay, you're over here. Like
Yeah.
I bought Rainbow Six on Steam and moved it over to the Uplay launcher.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And if you're worried about your character, they announced cross-saving. I'm sure that they can get your character
worst case
onto-
scenario, maybe you have to re-download the Steam edition, but your account should still be fine.
Because you've got it's all saved to your Bungie account, not
Yeah.
your actual Activision account. So
I'm excited. I'll come back and check it out. I mean, Destiny 2, just like Division 2, they always turn into games where I hit the cap, get a few pieces of gear, and then I come back for each expansion.
yes,
I don't stick around.
That's where I'm at with Division 2. I capped out and then just haven't gone back. I have not even tried the new raid.
I'm
And apparently, it's horrendous.
Is it?
It's just 5 hours of bullet sponge bosses, so that's why we never get around to doing it.
So
I'm
literally,
at level
the problem
5
with
and I stopped
Division
playing,
1
so, yeah.
is the first raid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Andy, are you considering going back for all of these changes
Probably not.
now that they're not with Activision?
To be honest,
Let's rephrase that question. How much are you going to bitch when Benny forces you to go back and play all
Yeah.
these changes?
Is Ben paying for all of the
It's
expansions?
research, so yes.
Then yes, I
No,
will.
you're not
go
gonna have to.
back.
You just gotta buy Shadowkeep. You don't need all the expansions.
I am interested.
Okay,
for the
does
record.
it say how much the price point for Shadowkeep is going to
No,
be?
it did not.
$200.
I was going to say, because now if it's like
No, I'm lying.
$40, I'm
right.
going to be like,
It'll
no.
probably be
I'm
40.
guessing-
Most of their expansions are.
And then
40
honestly,
to
I won't
60.
play it. Because
But $40 would give you
I
everything.
enjoyed what small amount of... I will say Destiny 2's story mode was better than Destiny 1's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it for what it was. It was very short, obviously. But I didn't enjoy it enough that now I'm going to be like, oh, well, let me check this one out.
Right. I honestly feel like
Yeah.
I would be going back more for the gameplay than the story itself.
The gameplay is very good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so that was my problem with it. Is like the gameplay is very good. I need more.
Yes.
To keep me engaged in the gameplay.
Yeah.
That's where Destiny lost me. So
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this EM Thoughtcast on our thoughts of Destiny 2 with the new changes. Yeah.
beam straight into your mind.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can find Andy on Instagram at 4IamTheAndy. You can find Benny on Twitter at ComicStorian or at Benny's Beard, as well as Instagram at ComicStorian or Benny's Adventures. And you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/DanTStreamer or on Instagram or Twitter at DanTProducer.
Or his hot dog stand at the end of the street.
Or at my hot dog stand that I've had for about 4 or 5 years working at this company.
You have a good hot dog.
He lets me drink the hot dog water at the end of the night.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.